Slayer.
Hey! What's up, guys? This is Hutch bringing you another gameplay commentary for Halo Reach. And today I have a game of, it's either Slayer DMRs. Yeah, it's Slayer DMRs. And we're playing on Sword Base. And consequently, this is a map that I'm really familiar with just because it was one of the 3 maps in the beta. But I never even played Invasion. I played it one time during the beta, and I wasn't particularly a fan of that game type. For me personally, I like Halo when it's 4v4. And I like sort of smaller to mid-sized maps. I'm generally not a fan of big maps when it comes to all first-person shooters. So, but anyways, I did really well this game for a couple of reasons. First reason being that the other team, it was seriously as if like somebody had a pet donkey and they were just slapping the donkey's balls on a controller, and that's what was playing on the other team. So that's one of the reasons, is that the other team just wasn't good. I'm not trying to be a dick when I say that, but like if you watch the gameplay, you can tell like they're definitely either new to the game or very casual with the game. On top of the fact that they're playing on like a 4-person split screen, you can see that by their gamer tags or whatever that they're playing on a split screen, and you know I feel like that automatically puts you at a disadvantage. And here, like, I don't know, I kind of had to do like a little celebratory teabag after that one. You know, I got rushed by 2 guys who both had full shields, and they take me down to no shields, and he's just spamming that DMR, and I was still able to take both of them out. I was really happy with that play. Overall, you know, I'm really satisfied with this gameplay, and at the same time, I think that the game could have been better, which is weird because it's a perfection. I'll just spoil it right now. I end up going 6-0. And coming up in a little bit, there's going to be a slow part because, you know, when I play Sword Base, I mean, especially in actually, you know, like purely in Slayer, because in Stockpile it doesn't apply as much. But whenever I'm playing Slayer, either Team Slayer or Free for All Slayer, you have to prioritize top control, and I like this area. The other side of the map, on the top of the map, is called the Break Room. And that's actually a pretty cool area too, but for whatever reason I tend to drift towards this side of the map. I'm not too familiar with the callouts. What does it say? It should be in the lower left-hand corner. Like you see, I'm on High Ridge right there, and in a minute I'll switch back. I can't read that because on my screen it's kind of blurry, because you know, I do these commentaries while watching the gameplay at a very choppy frame rate in Sony Vegas because I run this program under specs on my computer. But I wanted to also say to you guys that a lot of you guys were saying that, or expressing concern, some of you in a constructive way and others in a not so constructive way, expressing concern that my videos aren't in 720p, they're not HD. Reason being is that it takes my computer a good 10 hours to render out like a full 8-minute gameplay in 720p, and I'd rather avoid that if I can. So when I render a video in 640 by 360, you still get a widescreen, but you just can't like maximize it, otherwise it'll lose some of the quality. But like me personally, I like watching YouTube videos on the smaller screen because that condensed version of it to me just like looks crisper. I don't know, that's just me. That on top of the fact that my computer can't even really handle watching HD videos on YouTube without it going, you know, batshit crazy. But let's talk about the gameplay for a minute. The reason why I'm satisfied with this gameplay, even though the other team were just like really dreadfully bad, this game in particular to me stands out as like the best indication that like my hard work in Halo 3, just getting my fucking salad tossed in Halo 3 for months, is like finally at a point where I can say that it definitely paid off. Because when I watch this gameplay, I you know, like even when I'm playing the game, I'm thinking to myself, well, what would Night of Light do in this situation, or what would Biohunter do in this situation? Because you know that I did an entire series where it was just me playing Halo 3, and then I had 4 guys that were really experienced with the games, 2 of which are actually, you know, they've competed at MLG events. They haven't reached the pro status. I mean literal pro status, not just like the phrase pro status. They haven't reached pro status, but they're both like insanely good at the game. Night of Light and Biohunter. Bois is just like just a retardedly good SWAT player. And $2 is a funny guy, and he's a beast at Halo. Some would say he's like more of a pub star, but I mean he's still like his skills definitely blow mine out of the water, which is what I was looking for when I made that show. I wanted to like make a show where, you know, people that were better at Halo than I was were critiquing my gameplay, and he was definitely better than me. But the biggest lesson that I can like impress upon you guys, if you're going to be playing Reach, especially if you're coming from Call of Duty and switching over to Halo Reach, is that you really have to know when you're beat and when you're not. Excuse me. I'm not even smoking this time. I don't know why I'm sounding like well, I know why, because I smoke a lot, but oh man, I totally lost my train of thought. No, I got it. Okay. The biggest lesson that I can impress upon you guys is when to run away, because if you're not going to win a gunfight, especially if you're low shields, it's way better to run away. And there were several instances throughout this entire match where I opted to run away, and instead of trying to be like what I would have done in Call of Duty, which is like rush in there and take out 2 or 3 guys with a submachine gun, or at least try to. You're just not going to be able to do that in Halo. I mean, you might be able to pull it off every once in a while, but rush into a room with 3 guys, you know, literally 99 times out of 100, you're not going to come out of that room alive. The video is coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's my first perfection in a Halo game ever. P.S. Darkside Phil, seriously suck my balls. Just lick my sweaty balls. You have your facts completely all wrong. All the directors make almost entirely what we make off the ads we give right back to the directors. So if you're going to call us a money-grubbing whore, then you should get your facts straight, because that video was completely erroneous and full of errors, and you were basically bitching that Machinima didn't give you special treatment and feature your videos at least once a week and add the pre- and post-rolls to them ourselves. If we had to do that for every single one of our directors, we would literally have to hire like 10 guys. So that's my rant on that.